To all my YouTube fans, how are you today? Well, thank you for tuning in today's vlog. If you're wondering what I'm doing today, I want to kind of explain to you about two small two-cycled carburetors from two different types of weed eaters. One is a Robo style carburetor, and one is a Zamba carburetor. And we're going to do somewhat of a teardown of them, and to show you how the inners work and how the actual work and what actual goes bad on these small two-cycled carburetors. Now, you have diaphragms, gaskets, and all inner workings we can look at, but I may not tear them down completely. I'm going to tear like the tops and the bottoms off, and just kind of show you what the actual carburetor looks like. This one here is a Zamba. This one is made in China. Okay, it's a pretty nice car. This is the Orbold carburetor. Probably made in US or Mexico, not 100% sure. Difference. Weed whackers are both home likes. One came off of a older model and one came off of a newer one. But let's go ahead and tear these guys out. There's the carburetors. I'm just going to give you a bit of a close-up shot. This one is a Robo style. Pretty good one. Let's go ahead and tear apart this one first. Put the Zamba off to the side. First thing I'm going to start with is the primer bulb area. Sometimes the screws are sticky. Magnet screwdriver always seems to work pretty good. Alrighty. Screwdriver. Top wing. This is the primer cap for the Robo style cap. And also inside of these there's tons and tons of patches and filtering of everything. And of course, on the bottom of this, we have the diaphragm and also the gasket. So you have all four screws off. You can actually take this metal plate off of here, but be very careful. You would actually damage the gaskets and stuff on the bottom of these carburetors. And here is the four tiny little screws, and there's some of the top bits. Now, this is what goes mostly on with these carburetors. This thing has no play anymore. It's so stiff and brittle. It just breaks apart. And yes, you can actually replace this whole tile carburetor assembly with a new one. It only depends on what you're actually looking for to replace them. Now, I don't know a lot about carburetors and how they actually work, but here is the float for the carburetor itself, and it just lifts the needle up and down with a little spring. I'm not going to tear that apart because I don't need to. Alright, once we got the four screws off for this metal plate here, I'm going to show you the inner workings of how a carburetor supposed to work and why most of these carburetors go bad. And of course, take off this plate, be very careful, you might actually damage your seals. This is called a diaphragm. It's considered a pump for the actual carburetor itself. But the problem is, this is so dry and it's brittle, it doesn't really work like it's supposed to. You can actually get a rebuild kit for this style carb if you wanted to. But if I was you, I'll just buy a whole brand new carburetor, and that would work perfectly fine as well. Now, the way this carburetor works, we have the needle, and this little spring float helps to keep the fluid from building up too much pressure inside of this carburetor. Here is your side that goes to the engine. Okay, this is your throttle side here. And this is where the airbox goes. This is called a choke. Let's go ahead and push this off to the side. And I'm going to tear this one apart, the exact same thing like I did with this one. Alright, we have loosened the 4 screws on this one. It's 2 on top, 2 on bottom. With just a standard Phillips screwdriver. And this one here is called a Zamba carb. This one is a cheaper version than the actual Robo carburetor. And before we get into that one, if you don't know what a carburetor looks like, here's what it actually looks like on the inside of that one. And we're going to do the exact same thing, is take these little screws. Just don't mix them up with your own carb you have over there. Take that up. I actually have rebuilt this one. I actually do have a spare kit for this one as well. Trying not to lose any of my parts. I'm going to take the primer bulb out. You can replace that as well. It's just a level system. Helps to prime the carburetor. And when you loosen this, just be very careful not to tear your gaskets. Now, of course, I have a little bit of tape on here to help to hold this together for me. Be right back. Why I had tape on this is to kind of minimize the dirt in the carburetor, make sure I don't get any dirt in this. This is, by the way, a working carburetor. This one is not. This one you can probably fix later or junk it completely. Do the exact same thing. Take the assembly off on top. Again, here is your diaphragm. Be very gently peeling this off without damaging it. Just that though. And of course, here is the actual gasket it goes to on this carburetor. I'm not going to pull this off because I know I'm going to tear it, and I don't want to tear the gasket on that one. And this is the exact same thing. A lot different. Yeah, a lot different than this one. See that? 2 different style carbs. But kind of almost built the same way. Here's your air intake, your choke system, your output or input line, and also your throttle system. Now, of course, this one does not have any adjustment screws, means you can't adjust this carburetor at all. Now, this one here is a Zamba. I don't know if you can kind of see the waiting on now, but yeah, this is a Zamba carb. Take off the T-bottom screws here. And I'm losing parts all over the place. Now this one here, it's not dried out. This one works perfectly fine. This one has a lot of flux to it and a lot of stuff to it. There's your gasket and your diaphragm or pump assembly, and of course that's your standard bottom. Alright, here is mostly the disassembled carburetors Zamba, and a global style carburetor. Now, the Zamba is a little different. Works the exact same thing like the Allen carburetor does. And again, here is your needle and level heel. Helps to push up. This is a screw I'm not going to take out. But there you go. That's how a carburetor looks like on the inside of two different style carburetors. Zamba is on the bottom and Lobo is on the top. By the way, the Chinese carburetors are okay, but they're not good like the Lobo style carburetors. Now, I'm going to put all these back together, and there you go. If you guys are going new to this channel, please hit that subscribe button, leave a comment down below. Please like, please share. Peace out, bye guys and girls. Well, please see you in the next vlog. Peace out from your boy Chris. Bye for right now. Catch you in the next vlog.